Guys, I'm a big fan of tool rolls. I've talked about these quite a bit. And one of the big pluses for tool rolls is that it's very compact, easy to carry, easier to pack than a toolbox. And yet you can lay it all out right there in front of you. The tools are just right there for you to see. EDC items, survival items. One of the big things I do is collections. In fact, this is my knife collection tool roll. And I've shown these in the past. This is one of the originals from Roaring Fire Gear, and they had a ton of requests for this particular bag to come back. And so I just wanted to kind of bring this out, tell you what I've been doing with this tool roll and others, and how this really helps you to get organized. I mean, it is a huge plus because, guys, really when it comes to survival, prepping, organization is key, because if we're not careful, we just kind of pile things up and then you can't find it. It's one of the things I love about tool rolls. Okay, you can find these at roaringfiregear.com, and if you use RF10, you get 10% off. You can only use that code when they're not having a sale. All right, guys, for the past 3 years, I've been using this tool roll. My review is May of 2000. And guys, I use this as much as any other piece of gear that I have. And you'll see one of the reasons why, I've done a number of different tool roll videos because I just feel like this is one of the best ways to be organized. And so this is packed out like I keep it. And I like to keep really collections in particular. If you ever have a big knife collection or you have a lot of knives you use, they can get scattered. And so let's just go ahead. We have some Fastex buckles. Just pop them open. They are fully adjustable. Nice grab handle. And we'll go into the details in a minute. But what I love about this is that as I roll this out, everything is right here in front of me. Nothing's covered up. Nothing's hidden. I can look through here and I can see whatever I need to use and whenever I need it. And I mean, I've got a lot of knives here, but I've got other knives as well. I mean, I'm a knife junkie. And so this really, for one thing, is just a great organizer for, your knives, your multi-tools, different things like that. Of course, the tool roll itself was originally designed to carry standard tools, like a mechanic or carpenter or something, where they needed the tools and they could just lay them right out. And we're going to look at some things about a toolbox, a backpack, why I like this system better for, those tasks that you're just doing something really quickly. And then when I'm finished, all I got to do is just roll this thing up, and everything again stays right in one spot. And so I just adjust my straps to fit it. I can change this out if I want, put something different in here, and we're good to go. Grab it, do whatever I need to. And actually, I keep this in a certain place that I just know where it is. I mean, let's face it, guys, toolboxes. I mean, they're great. Tools are in here. Tools are underneath. In fact, this is actually a little more organized than I typically keep toolboxes. I had a certain project I was doing, and so I just collected the certain tools I needed. But I usually have like screws and brackets and all kind of stuff just all through here. And then you got to dig around to find out what you need. Now these are larger items for sure, and they do make the pack mule, which will fit a lot of these bigger items. But as you can see, when you're going through toolboxes, I mean, it's just a two-dimensional kind of in and out, and it's just sometimes hard to find things. And this is one of my bug out bags, and guys, I mean, it is a great bag, but if you know how bags get, especially backpacks, so we're just going to open this up. I mean, everything is just stuffed in here. There are things that are all over the place. I mean, and it's needed. I mean, this is a lot of bigger items. One of the things I love, though, about a backpack is that I can take my tool roll and I can have specific items in there and I can slip it in here. And it can complement the backpack. So, like socks, I'm not going to try to organize them in a tool roll. But if I have different multi-tools, EDC, a survival kit, a fire kit, can roll that up, place that in here, and it just really works well. Otherwise, I'm digging through here trying to find things. While I need bags, we all need bags, having the tool roll just helps you to organize your bag. In fact, you can put 2 or 3 tool rolls in here, and you can categorize your gear, you can separate it, and you know where things are at a moment's notice. Now, aside from tool rolls, I really like small pouches, and these are also from Roaring Fire Gear. They make some excellent pouches. In fact, some of the best that I have. We have double zippers, two-way zippers. Open it up. I mean, you know, we've got a lot of stuff in here. Sometimes things that get in behind here, but really this is fairly similar to your tool roll because it just folds out. You can see where everything is. And this is just a kit that I actually keep in my car. And this is really the, this is one of my favorites. This is the Ember Pro. Same thing right here. All my EDC items, the things that I need on a regular basis. But I like the contrasting color. I mean, it really kind of pops that out. But again, guys, I mean, this is fairly easy to find. And then I can roll this out, and in the back, I can keep electronics. So I have a battery backup. I have charging cables for my flashlights. I have earbuds. I have memory cards, different things in here that I use for electronics. And so that way I know what's in here. When I pick this up, I know that it has both of these items. If I'm going on a trip, vacation, whatever, and I forget my phone cord or my charging cable for my flashlight or a battery backup, everything is right here. I can just grab it and go. I use both. I like both. I feel like that each has its place. I can throw this also in the pack or in a container or in my car, whatever, and when I see it, I know what it is. Here I have the Armadillo Mini. This is a little bit smaller than the original. Here, I'll bring it out. It's not a whole lot smaller, but it's definitely a little bit more compact. But typically I like the larger one. But here we can kind of get a little more of a smaller project going. And so same thing, it's pretty much the same package, just smaller. And this one actually has a cover on it, so you can get right to it. Here I've got some tools. So if there's certain things I need, whether it's a wrench, a screwdriver, chisel, my pens, my punches, everything is right here. And I have a small zipper pocket right here. And so we can get in here if there are things that just don't fit in the loops or in the panels. I've got it right here, and I can put it and keep it, zip it up, and it stays right there. But guys, if I'm doing a little bit of work on my car or I want to have an emergency kit in my vehicle, this makes a very compact option. Now what I love is too, is if I open the hood, I can lay this out and it can just lay out, and then I can get to whatever tools I need, again, without digging through a toolbox or whatever else I have. And I mean, it's just so compact, easy to put away. Toolbox, big, this is just tiny. And here we have the Pioneer tool rolls. Now this is also from Roaring Fire Gear. They've gone to a wax canvas. I love this, and I love the colors. I mean, it's got that kind of a vintage look, but it's pretty much waterproof, and that's a big plus. But in this one, it's the brown, and really secure, nice straps and buckles. On this one, here, I've got a cover flap, and I've got some small little mesh pockets, so I can keep different items. This is more of a survival type, just a pack that I want to keep in here. Have a thumb drive, have a signal mirror, and then here, I mean, I've just got all kind of items, my flashlights, cordage, multi-tool, knife, just a lot of different things in here. And then we've got this little side pocket, and then I can keep, you know, unusual items that I may not slip in here. And, you know, there's a lot of different things you can do with this. And I just love this color. These are elastic bands on the front, elastic sleeves, and then we have just 4 nice pockets in the back. Be honest, this is one of my favorite tool rolls, just because I like the way it looks, the way it feels. But it's smaller. It's smaller than the original. And again, the big thing about this original tool roll is so many people were asking for it because, you know, they had gone to some of the other tool rolls, but yet the first one was still one of the most popular. And here we can wrap this up, and you can see, I mean, we can put quite a bit of gear in here, and there's actually room for more. But this is really usable. If it gets too packed out and too fat, you know, it's a little bit less easy to carry. But with this, very nice stitching all the way around. I mean, these things are great. And then here is the green one. And I've got a different setup here. I just like to have different setups for what I'm using. And so it just makes it easy to stay organized. And 2, I know the brown one, I have certain things. The green one, here we just have EDC items. So it's just different items that I use pretty regularly. And I can keep all these together. If I need them or if I want something, I know where it is. if I need a pair of fingernail clippers, which seem to be one of the most elusive tools that I have, I can keep it there, and a lot of little pry bars and different things, flashlight, my multi-tool again, have a lighter, have a fire steel, so lots of stuff here in the small pocket. I have some of those absorbing towels, and so these are just great. You just add water to them and you can use them. So just like to have a number of different things, and then here at the front have some chapstick, have some other small little EDC type tools, and sometimes I just like to switch things out, and so this way I've got a lot of different cool tools. I can use them, and I mean, it just makes it really nice. And mesh pockets, you can kind of see what's in here. But again, guys, everything is laid out. I don't have to search through a box or some kind of container. It's just right here in front of me, and it's portable. So just pop this down. And guys, honestly, being portable is one of the big things about this. You know, a lot of times if we have stuff in drawers, which I do, I keep these toolboxes, big rolling toolboxes, and a lot of times I have items in there. And I can lay those out pretty similar to a tool roll. But the big difference is I can't carry it. This way I can put just the items I need. I've got it right here. Maybe I'm going on a trip, maybe I'm doing something and I want to carry these with me. They're right there, ready to go. Or if I'm just trying to find it, it's right here. Roll it out, locate it, just make sure you put it back. All right, we're going to get into some of the details of the original Armadillo tool roll and without anything in it. And this is actually a separate one that I've unloaded. This is the one I use a lot. This is one that I keep different items in. This is 13.78 inches in length, and it gets about 7 inches in width when it's just unpacked. I mean, that's the way it lays, and it's really flat. You can put this away until you need it. The grab handle, very well stitched. It's padded, so it gives you a lot of comfort when you're carrying this in your hand, especially if you have this thing packed out. I mean, this right here, this weighs about 8 pounds, and you know, it's heavy. But with this little grab handle, it makes it light. Now, one thing too is you have a shoulder strap. So I can just throw this over my shoulder. I can even go crossbody. And that way I can have everything with me and I can carry other items. And this just kind of goes over my shoulder. And this is fully adjustable, has swivels here at the bottom, so this will turn. We also have hook and loop fields on the outside if you want to put some patches or something on here just to give it more identification. And then we have Fastex buckles or just those quick release buckles right here. And they're fully adjustable as well. And then we open it up, and again, I mean, we've got that pack. Now, of course, obviously it was all packed out a second ago. And so this is just the view of it unpacked. Now, there are 23 pockets that go all the way up, and there's various sizes. It gets kind of large, comes down to small. There's some other ones in here, different depths as it angles down. And then we have 16 loops that go all the way across. And these are elastic, and so it keeps those items tucked away in there. It keeps them from sliding around. And because of the contrasting color of the green and the brown, there is some color right here, a variation to just allow you to see things a little bit clearer. On this side, again, we have our side pouch. It has 2 pockets, and it has Velcro keepers right here. So slip some different items in there. It does expand out a little bit. And so that just works, especially something that won't go into these pouches or these little sleeves. And then on this side, we have 3 pouches. And so these are each covered, they're divided, so if I put something in here, it's not necessarily going to get over into the other pouch. And a lot of different type items that you can put in here. But everything is well stitched. Again, guys, for the past 3 years, I've been using the original. This one I've been using pretty much about the same amount. I do have this one kind of set aside for demonstrations, but for the original, I mean, this thing looks just like this one. And again, this thing is used all the time. And then when you get ready to roll it up, I mean, it's just so simple to do. Just have the Roaring Fire logo right here. I'm telling you guys, Roaring Fire has put together a number of different cool tool roll pouches, and it just makes life just a little bit easier, a lot more organized. These run $32.99, so they're very reasonable in price, and you get free shipping in the continental U.S. if you spend $49 or more. And then also you get a 10% discount using RF10 in the coupon code. And so that really makes it great to be able to save a little extra money. I mean, guys, I'm a big fan. I love these things. And I've talked about them a number of times because I just feel like tool rolls are one of those things that you're not always thinking about. But if you ever start using them, you're going to love them. And guys, if you need something bigger, the Pack Mule is an incredible pack itself. I mean, again, Fastex buckles. Open this up. You have a sleeve. You have the elastic bands. You have a compartment here. And so this gives you a cover. And then when you flip it over, you can open up this side. And this cover opens up. And these pouches, and there are 4 different pouches here, they are removable. And that really makes it cool as well. So I can take it, pull that thing off. If I need to, I can take it and I can just use whatever's in here to go wherever I want to. And I've got a full review on this. I really don't want to go through the whole thing because this is just a great bigger pouch, bigger tool roll, and it really kind of suits a different need. When I found out they were bringing back the original, I just thought it was a good time to come back and revisit the tool rolls. You know, and a lot of times we have new subscribers that pop in and maybe you haven't seen these, but guys, I'm telling you, tool rolls, big fan, big fan. So guys, the tool roll, it's been around for a long time. Mechanics, carpenters, a lot of people have used these. But now we can adapt these to use them for all of our EDC items, our collections, our survival kit, fire kit. I mean, whatever you can think of, a tool roll is just an excellent choice. Again, you can just lay it right out, you can see where everything is, and it just makes it very easy to get organized. And you know where your gear is. So check out the tool rolls. There's a number of different types, like we've shown, and go to roaringfiregear.com, get 10% off using RF10. You can only use that code when they're not having a sale. Guys, they've just reintroduced the original model, and this is a great way to check out how versatile a tool roll is. And we really appreciate Roaring Fire Gear for sending the original tool roll. This is not an affiliate, it's not a sponsor. The great thing is, I know the guys over there and they supply me with tool rolls. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic. We have these, and that code is only, bring it out. We're going to look at some other things. Okay, now my bang, 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 bang. Guys, I'm getting my daily workout. This thing is really heavy with all these knives.